boys and girls. My name is Miss Millirons, and I am a member of the Math District Department. And I'm here to review Unit 1 with you that you learned at the beginning of the school year. So we're going to start by talking about a number. A number names how many. So up here, if you look at my chart, you see we have one whale. And the number or numeral that represents 1 is right here. So we have one whale. The number that represents 2 here means 2 elephants. So when we're counting, we find out how many things are in a group by matching 1 to 1 with a number. So we can say that there are 3 monkeys, and we can match that. 1, 2, 3. The last name in a group names how many objects are in the group. So we know that there's 1, 2, 3 monkeys in this group. How many horses do we have? Well, let's count. Our number says 4, so let's see if we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there are 4 horses. All right, and the last one, do we have 5 penguins? Our number says 5. Let's count and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, there are 5 penguins. So let's remember that to count is to find out how many things are in a group by matching them 1 to 1 with a number. All right, now we're going to play a little game called How Many? You probably have played this game in your classroom with your teacher. It also has a big word that we use called subitizing, and that is to recognize the number without having to count. All right, are you ready? Okay. How many? 1. And how do we know? Because we can actually count it. How many? 3. Good. How many? 2. Good. How many? 4. How many? 2. How many? 1. How many? 4. How many? 5. Now, if I ask you to explain how you know there is 5, you can tell me that you actually see 5 or that you could count them to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I'm sure that you can do that activity at home by just drawing some dots and see how fast you can recognize how many dots there are. Okay, so now we're going to talk about comparing numbers. What do you do when you compare something? You decide if one number is more than, less than, or equal to another number. All right, let's look at this picture. Okay, so which group has more dots? Which group has more dots, Group A or Group B? Well, we can count them, and we know that Group A has 3 dots and Group B has 2 dots. So Group A has more than, greater, greater than, or a larger amount or quantity than Group B. So Group A has more than Group B. Let's look at this group, these groups. All right, look at Group A and Group B. Which group has less? Less than, fewer, fewer than, a smaller quantity or amount, not as much, and not as many. All right, Group A has 4 green dots, and Group B has 5 pink dots. Okay, we're counting the number. It does not matter how they are arranged in the group or the color. So group A has less, less than, few, fewer, or a smaller quantity or amount than group B. Okay, one more. What do you notice about these groups? That's right, they are equal. Equal to, same as, the same quantity or amount. Each group both has 3. Even though they are arranged differently and they're different color dots, they still have the same quantity or amount. So we call these groups equal. Equal groups. All right, let's look up here at my chart. Okay, and we're going to compare within 5. Okay, so the directions say count the number of dots, write the number, and then compare this number to this number. All right, so let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could also look at our 5 frame and figure out that there are 5 blue dots without even counting them. All right, so we're going to write the number 5. Okay, so which is less, 5 or 4? Which number is less or less than or fewer? That's correct. 4 is less, so we circle the number 4. How about here? 1, 2, 3. We could tell this is 3 by looking at it because this is a 5 frame and there are 3 dots. So let's put it right here. We'll write 3, which you can practice writing your numbers at home. Okay, which is less, 3 or 5? Yes, 3 is less or fewer than 5. All right, let's do this one. How many do you see? 5. The whole 5 frame is filled in with red dots. So let's write the number 5. All right, which is less, 5 or 2? Yes, 2 is less than 5. That is, 2 is fewer than 5. All right, let's look at the last one. Wow, this one is not started here, it started here. But we can still see that there are 2 dots in this 5 frame. So let's write the number 2 here. Which is less, fewer, or smaller amount, 2 or 3? Yes, 2 is a smaller amount, so we circle the number here. All right, so we worked on less. Okay, so let's look at this one. We have 3 cups. Notice I didn't count those 1 to 1, but I could say 1, 2, 3 cups, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. Which is greater? Greater, more, greater than, or has more amounts? 3 or 5? Well, I can do it like this and line it up 1 to 1. And notice that I have 3 cups and 3 dots, but I have 2 more dots. So actually, I have more dots than I have cups. So 5 is a greater number than 3. All right, let's look at the next one. I have 4 dots and I have 3 dots. Okay, I could line those up, or I can think about, is 4 greater than 3? Yes, 4 is greater than 3, so I circle the 4. Okay, let's look at the last one. I have 5 dots. I didn't count them. I just recognized that that was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here, even though they're arranged differently than this group, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one is the greater number? 5 or 4? Yes, 5 is more or greater than 4. All right, boys and girls, now we're going to do some word problems and see if you can figure out the answer to those problems. But before we do, we are going to review what we just said about counting. All right, remember that counting means to find out how many things are in a group by matching one by one with a number. And a number tells how many. And so you see the soccer balls that there are 2 and they've been matched up with the number 1, 2, and the girls are matched up 1, 2, 3. So the last number tells how many's in a group. So there are 3 girls and there are 2 soccer balls. Okay, another question for you. Is there enough soccer balls for all 3 girls? There are 2 soccer balls and 3 girls. Will each girl get a soccer ball? No, there are less soccer balls than there are girls. So only 2 girls would get a soccer ball. All right. Let's try this word problem. There are 4 balloons. Someone brings 1 red balloon. How many balloons are there? All right, let's think about what this problem is about. Balloons. All right, let's read it again. There were 4 blue balloons and someone brings 1 red balloon. How many balloons are there now? Let's read the question. What is it asking us to do? How many balloons are there now? What are our numbers? We have 4 blue balloons and 1 red balloon. So 4, and I can use my fingers, 4 plus, sorry boys and girls, 4 plus 1 more is 5. So I have 5 balloons all together. All right, let's try another one. Okay, I have let me read it to you. There are 2 large dolphins. There are 3 small dolphins. How many dolphins are there in all? Well, let's look at the picture. We have 2 large dolphins at the bottom of the page, and we have 3 small dolphins at the top. So we're talking about dolphins, and it's asking us the question, how many dolphins are there in all? So we can count them. Our numbers are 2 and 3. So there are a total of 5 dolphins. All right, let's try one more. These type of problems will be in your learning packet. They are optional for you to do, which means that you can do them if you want to and have fun with them, or you don't have to do them. You can pick up these packets when you pick up your meal. You can look on Knox County's website for additional resources, or you can look also for these resources that we're using today. All right, one more problem. There are 2 pink flowers and 2 yellow flowers. How many flowers are there in all? All right, first of all, what is this problem about? It is about flowers. What is the question asking us? How many flowers are there in all? All right, well, let's go back and read it again. There are 2 pink flowers and 2 yellow flowers. How many flowers are there in all? What are our numbers? 2 pink flowers and 2 yellow flowers. So we could draw a picture, couldn't we, to show how many flowers, or we could write the number 2 and 2 and figure out the answer. So what is 2 and 2? Because our question says, how many flowers are there in all? There are 4 flowers in all. And here is my picture showing my answer. There are 4 flowers in all. But you could also figure it out by just using numbers. All right, boys and girls, I've enjoyed being with you, and I hope that I will see you soon. Bye.